Yo, what is up? We are back once again. Hoops and Brews. I know it's been a minute. I'm sorry. I've been doing things. But here we are. We back on this beautiful in this scorching hot day in Los Angeles. This I damn near feel like summer is back right now. With the way
he was in Santa Monica. He was a little more chill in Santa Monica, right? I know that ocean
breeze. Later on in the day. Cause I was even like, cause I was even in Malibu and I was sweating in. I've never sweated in Malibu before. I was sweating in Malibu. That's how I know it was hot. When you're sweating in Malibu, brother, it's hot. So yeah, but we're back. Joe, tell the people how you've been doing. Tell the people how you been doing, man. It's been a minute.
I've been good, man. I've been out here doing my thing, working a lot too. I'm on my 4th basketball championship in a row over at the middle school. You know, doing my thing over there. Still working. I'm at the Intuit Dome every game. I greet Bomber every day. It's pretty cool. Bomber, his associates, some of the players. Talk to a couple of them. But yeah, I'm good, man. Been living it up.
Who's your favorite player to talk to? I don't want to put you on the spot, but like if you can answer, who's your favorite player to talk to?
Chatter, but the ones that the younger ones for sure. The younger ones a little more patient with you. Like Kobe Sanders, Jordan Miller, them for sure. The younger guys, for the most part, yeah.
Makes sense. I've been all over half of the world. But I'm gonna start the pod with a funny story. So obviously Bam Adebayo is now the second leading scorer, which that statement is no diss to Bam Adebayo, because shout out Bam Adebayo. It's a great metric. It's a great award. It's a great accomplishment. But saying Bam Adebayo has the second highest scoring game in NBA history will wonder how. And I also so I'm in Paris, right? So I'm in Paris by myself. I'm chilling. I had an early night, so I'm like with friends. Well, we're on like a birthday trip, but I get there first, so I'm in Paris first before they get there. So the first night I go out, do a little bit by myself, chill. You know, I'm in Paris. First night, just flew in. I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna take it in early today, right? So like 1 a.m. I take it in early. I see one of my homies text the group chat like, yo, Bam got 30 in the first. I'm like, okay, you know, he might have a 50-point game. You know what I'm saying? He might have a.
I'm like, okay, yeah.
Okay, like,
you know what? Finish with 60, you know, Mike is 60.
He might
could just stop around 35. You just, at that point,
literally, he might end up with 48. That's where my brain is at. I go to sleep. I think nothing of it. I go to sleep. I wake up in the middle of the night, about 3:30, 4 in the morning. I roll over, check my phone. I see my group chat says, Bam Adebayo scored 35 points. I literally said, excuse my language, nigga, what? Excuse me? And I went to NBA.com. And I'm like, oh, no, he really scored 83 American basketball points. I'm like, what? like y'all saw it happen, because I think that was like a 4 p.m., 5 p.m. game. You like going out when you talk. It was like I think it was like a 4 p.m., 5 p.m. game. Me, it's 3 a.m. in the morning when I find this out. So the way I found out was just crazy. But again, shout out Bam Adebayo. That's a great thing to do. He's etched in the history books forever. Second highest score game in NBA history. I know people was complaining about the way he got it, but at the end of the day, bro, That's 83 American basketball points, bro. That's a lot of fucking points, bro. I don't care how you score, that's still a lot of points. But what was your thoughts on it, Joe?
I learned about it, after he had about 30 in the first, and I'm just, content about. I'm like, okay, Bam is having a big night tonight. The homie got him in fantasy, so they were talking about it in the group chat. I'm like, okay, whatever. But once it just kept rising, like, I'm not watching the game yet, but I'm checking the box score on something. It's like, 30 is like 40, 45, 50, 55, it's like 60. It's like, oh, it just keeps going up. I'm kind of box score watching, but then at one point I tune in. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. I don't really like how it happened, but I think it's more of a knock on the Wizards than it is about Bam. I'm not mad at Bam, I'm mad at the Wizards. And that team has been an embarrassment. And every big man following the Bam game has also killed them. Porzingis had a hell of a night. Kata had a hell of a night. Who else?
Alexander Sarr need to be sent back to where I was last week. Send him back to France.
Really? He played 20 minutes.
Still.
He played 20 minutes.
Still. He got some of them buckets. He should have checked back. They had who?
7-footers out there in total for like 30 minutes to play. Vucevic, the only other 7-footer they had, only played like 8 minutes. So it's like they had a bunch of the backyardians, I don't know, a bunch of random LA Fitness under 6'8" dudes guarding them, rookies and two-way contract guys and guys who just didn't care. It was bad. It's like they were trying to do it, but they weren't. Like they would triple team them, right? And they would deny them, and they would get the steal, and then they would just go score again instead of pulling the ball out and let's waste some clock. And then next play he gets the ball, he comes down, and then the referee blesses him with another foul. My main issue was all the free throws he shot, though. That's why I believe the Wizards and the referees gifted Bam out about this game.
40, 45?
He shot 43 free throws per game, and this is a guy who averages 5 free throw attempts per game. You do math, right? Yes. 5 times what gives you 45?
Yes, but real quick.
Imagine anybody getting 9 times any average that they on a daily basis in one game. That's 9 times.
No, look,
times is average.
No, look. Yes, it is nuts. But from what I heard, because I didn't see the game, but from what I heard and from what I saw for some of the highlights, they were fouling them, bro. Like it was fouls.
Like 20. I give you half.
Okay.
Half of the. I say I give him a legit about 65 to 70, somewhere around there. It's which is hell of a game, but I can't sit here and look at it like it's a legitimate, authentic 83 points, and I'm a look back on it and think, wow, this is amazing. Especially knowing he's going to follow it up with 16 and 5.
Okay, question.
Ask Doc Rivers, and did you make any different judgments? No.
No. He ain't doing that shit ever again. No.
That's not happening on no.
Okay, question for you. What was in your lifetime and games that you've seen and you've watched, what was the greatest scoring? Take out Kobe's 81. What was the greatest scoring game that you've seen? I'll give you 2 of mine. Kobe when he had 63 against the Mavericks in 3 quarters. That shit was fucking nuts. That game was nuts. And then the game I saw with my own 2 eyes. What was it? I think it was the it was the Kevin Durant game right after he said, y'all know who I am, Kevin Durant. When he had, I think it was 51 on the Clippers. It was just 51 points, but bro, I swear to God, he could have scored 80 that night. Like if he really wanted to keep going outside, like if he really wanted to keep going and keep scoring the ball, maybe not 80, but he could have had at least 70 if he really wanted to keep scoring the ball. That was the greatest game I saw scoring the ball with my own 2 eyes. Was that game, that Kevin Durant game, first round of the Clippers series. That's when I asked the question, like, did you want to come out and show them who you were? And he said, when I've been in the league 10 years, I don't care about all that. Like that was the game with my own 2 eyes. Actually, really him in that whole series. Because I remember even Thomas asked him, like, yo, like about this game. He was like, man, when I think he had 53, I think it was that game. He was like, man, I missed some shots. You missed some shots? Like what you mean you missed some shots? You had 53. So for me, the Kobe Bryant game and then the Kevin Durant game in the first round of the playoffs, and I think it was 2018, were the best 2 scoring games that I personally seen. But for you, what is it?
Clay 60 and 3 quarters. In fact, he didn't even check in the fourth, and it was off of
2 dribbles,
10 dribbles, 8 dribbles in total, something
dribbles,
like that.
Yeah.
And I think Babyface Ray had a bar. some I can't even sum it up, but he said 60. Then he had the dribble, playtime, something like that. And I'm gonna throw out. I'm gonna go Kyrie's double nickel game that he had versus San Antonio.
Oh yeah, fire.
Yeah, that
Fire.
was fire as hell. Because I feel like he really earned every piece of every bucket. It wasn't he was out there shooting open threes. It wasn't like
Fire.
he went out there and earned every point. Everything was earned, and it was beautiful. It was fun to watch. It was all over the place. It was 3 levels, crossing people up, threes, a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna rock with those. Also have he did an interview, he did a shoe for those shoes. One of my favorite Nike shoes of all time was the Kyrie ones, and he did a specific shoe for that game, the double nickel Kyrie runs. I have those. So yeah, I'll go with those two.
Fair. Good, good answers. But moving on, Boston Celtics peaking at the right time. Your man Jayson Tatum came back. I thought he was tripping. Like I thought he was OD tripping for coming back.
I told you he was, man. We
thought
kind
he
of
was
passed
tripping.
all the Achilles boys is hooping, man.
They are. But I thought he was tripping for the time length in which he came back. But he looks good. I think he's averaging 19, 8, and like 5 since he's been back. I think if I'm not mistaken. He looks good. He looks like Jayson Tatum. He looks like Jayson Tatum to me. I'm like Tatum was never the most athletic guy in general. Even I remember even when he got drafted, like the reason why some people had Josh Jackson, which sounds nuts in retrospect. Well, people had Josh Jackson going over Jayson Tatum was because Josh Jackson was clearly a better like athlete. He just jumped off the board athletically more than what Jayson Tatum did. Tatum was still always a more skilled player, and you know Achilles isn't gonna affect your skill. Like it may take away a little bit of your athleticism, maybe your speed, but you're still skilled. And I think the one thing I've noticed about Tatum since he's been back is how strong Tatum is. Really strong. Like he's
big broad shoulders.
Yeah. Like he's
always been like that though.
Yeah, but I feel like I didn't notice it for real until he came back. Like seeing him, like not seeing him for a while, and then obviously like you know, like even Dame, like even if you just like look at Dame, the fact that you can't really like do much on the court, but you can lift weights, like yo, you got to yeah. So like I feel like he's strong as hell. So I've noticed that. Jaylen Brown still balling. I do wonder. I don't want to put it out there, but I do wonder if like there's a changing of the guard as far as the main star in Boston. Like I know Jayson Tatum is like the media darling and the media super, because again, there were times in the past when which I thought Jaylen Brown was better than Jayson Tatum. There was some times in the past. We've had those conversations probably on this show. There were times when I thought Jaylen Brown was actually the best player on this team. So I wonder if we have a little changing of the guard of like whose team it is going forward after this because of the year Jaylen Brown is having. Jaylen Brown is having an incredible season. But in general, just what do you think about Tatum's return, the Boston Celtics, and potentially, I mean, they're peaking at the right time. I know Vooch's like broke his finger, but they're peaking at the right time. And just what they could possibly do in the playoffs when you look at the Eastern Conference and, you know, you put those guys there. Tatum came back with about 15 games left. So we got, you know, some games to go into the playoffs with under his belt. What do you think that they could possibly do in the playoffs, and just what do you think about Tatum coming back?
Make a lot of noise. I have been impressed with Tatum's return. I just think that it was. They say once he got his surgery, like 16 hours after the injury, that's kind of what, like Joe Mazzulla said. It's kind of when everyone knew, like, oh, he's serious. He's gonna be back this year. I just think a lot of people didn't expect for him to be this good with him already, you know, pending his return.
I just want to say this. Wait, real quick. I just want to say, now I didn't expect this good, but I did tell you there would be a top 6 seed.
That's fair.
I told you there'd be a top 6 seed. I didn't think this good because I didn't know if they would be like fuck it a little bit and want to like whatever. And I didn't know. And I thought Brown would have a good year. I didn't think he would do this, but I did think he would obviously still have a good year and be like, I think I said a second all-team NBA player or something like that. I like Quinta. I think I said Peyton Pritchard would probably be 6th man of the year, and I like Peyton Pritchard. So I thought that they would be good, but I'm with you. I did not think that they would be sitting at second in the conference right now. I didn't think that, but I'm sorry for cutting you off. Continue.
They're a heck of a team.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, their ceiling, you know, depends on obviously threes. I think because they shoot a lot of them, they rely on threes a lot. But I do think their paint presence. I think Kid has been a heck of a paint presence this year on the inside. They feed him. He's part of their offense. So he's not just specifically, you know, a runner, a rim runner guy. A lot of pick and rolls with him. They keep him in action. They keep him, you know, involved. Jaylen Brown is consistently getting downhill. If they can keep the inside out game between Tatum Brown and then Tatum, maybe also doing the same, being less predictable, I think they could be a heck of a team. But I just think that what we saw last year in the playoffs when they did and they really lose to the Knicks is, missed threes in modern NBA honestly are like turnovers now. So when those missed three numbers hike up, especially in a playoff game or playoff series, even in the regular season, when you watch these games, and obviously some nights the three ball is not going in. What they say, live and die by the three. So when those missed threes start to accumulate, teams are consistently getting easy buckets on you over and over again because it's really, really hard to get back in transition. No matter how disciplined you are, it's really, really hard to get back in transition consistently when you're not making a three ball. Those long rebounds make it easier for these modern athletes to leak out and get more open threes for them and even get layups and dunks. So I think that their ceiling obviously is capped on what the three-point percentage looks like in the playoffs, but that's in the modern basketball. And I just think that overall they still are. Besides, they're just a really good team. Well-rounded. They play defense. They like each other. They have a really good coach. They have a really good culture out there in Boston. Tatum, I watched the very first game he came back. Obviously, he was rusty, the first quarter or so. But as time continued to pass, he started to look like his regular self. He's still getting to the rim. He's catching the ball at the mid-post, doing his thing. He's still jacking up 10, 11 threes, 8 threes a night. He looks, especially at time, he looks comfortable. It just really shows what modern medicine is at, at this modern day age. You also, just to take a quick, pick over, DeJounte Murray has been exceptional as well coming off in the Achilles tear.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched a single Pelican game this entire season, but I'll take your word for it. I have not clicked on. I have not went on my NBA app, saw New Orleans Pelicans and click watch this entire season. I'm sorry, but I will take your word for it.
Yeah, he hasn't missed a beat. He's out there, active, expiring guys. He's having big highlight plays. So it just seems like that's something in their past. But as far as the Celtics, I am thoroughly impressed with them. I think they can take it all the way as far as to the finals. I don't really see a team. Detroit obviously is good, but like I said, they lack that second true scorer. New York is just, I don't trust New York. I can't trust New York. I just can't. That team used to be really fun to me, but as the time keeps passing, it's just not fun to me anymore. The Brunson show, and they don't even. Last year, when they had Thibodeau, they would defend the ass off. They don't really do that anymore. They get inconsistent production from Mikal Bridges, which is something I think they're gonna need. He's been, proof it. They're gonna need something from him, and I don't know if that's gonna get there. But the East,
real quick, for me, the biggest thing with the Knicks is I don't think Cat's having the season he was having last season. Like I think Cat last season. Shit, outside of what's up?
Just his presence in general. Has his numbers? I don't know if his numbers have dropped.
I'm not I'm not even talking about his numbers. I'm not even talking about his numbers. I don't know what he's. I'll look at his numbers right now. I'm not even talking about his numbers. I'm just talking about he's doing 20 and 11 last year. He did 24 and 24 and 13. But it just don't feel the same this year, bro. His percentages has dropped. He's at 49%. He was at 52%. Last year he shot 36%. Well, this year he's 36% for three. Last year was 42%. But he don't look like he even having the same fun that he was having last season. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, it may be because it's year two. Things can get stale, but
the Knicks, that was his first full season. Last year was his first full season with the
Knicks. Yeah. So maybe because it's year two and things can get stale, and the city was hype or whatever, and he might have been hyped to be there, or maybe it was Tibbs. Tibbs is his old coach from the Wolves, so maybe. But it's just this year he just don't. Cat just don't seem the same, bro. I'm with you. His presence just does. The presence of the Knicks, I don't think the energy around the Knicks in general is the same as it was last year. Now, granted,
you should have just rocked it out with Tom.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think he should have got fired because bro, you know how the amazing shit that happened with that Pacers run? I don't think that he should have got fired for that, bro. Oh shit, we got my man's here. Cam, what you doing? How you feeling?
Fellas, what's good? What's good?
My man, Joe, how you feeling?
I'm good, man. What's up, Joel?
What's up, Mr. Snowman?
oh, man. You know what is crazy, bro? It snowed last week. Today it's 59 degrees, man.
Hey man, hey man, it was 90 here in LA today.
I heard that, man. I heard that. Joe rubbed it in. Joe's like, yeah, it's 85 down here.
But we was you hopped in. We were at first talking about first and foremost, fuck everything. I'm gonna just go back on it real quick about how I found out about Bam Adebayo's 83-point game.
Oh wow, okay.
I'm gonna just tell you how I found out about it. I know we going back in time, but whatever, it's fine, whatever. And then we'll bring it back up. I was telling him because obviously I was in Paris, so
obviously he was in Paris.
Obviously I was in Paris.
You hear that, Joe? Obviously I'm in Paris.
No, I always say obviously because you know I was in Paris, bro. You know I was there. So I'm there. I'm on like a birthday trip, right? But I'm the first person to get to Paris. So I land, I go out, I have a early night because I'm by myself. You know, we got a few days left. I'm like, I'm gonna go to this cocktail bar that homegirl told me about. You know, go maybe to a shisha spot, bring it in early. I had a long flight, bring it in early. Get back to the spot at like, I want to say 12:30. Like, I'm packing in, lay down, check my phone. Somebody in the group chat said Bam Adebayo got 30 in the first. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, he might have a 50-point night. You know, maybe even like a 45-point night. I don't know. You know, 40 point, cool. I wake up 2-3 hours later in the middle of the night. Roll over, check my phone because obviously that's the time when like everybody started texting because it's like whatever, like the evening in the States.
LA. Yeah.
Yes, I roll to check my phone. First thing I see is Bam Adebayo had 83 points. Nigga, what?
So what crossed your mind right then? What you said? You like,
nigga, what is what crossed my mind? Capital nigga, what is what crossed my mind? Yeah. People like, I was like, whoa, wait, what? And then I had to confirm. So I'm looking through all the chats, like this. Like, what was this a typo?
Right.
No, Then I went to NBA. Then I went to Twitter, and then I went to Instagram. Then I went to NBA.com. I saw a graphic. I'm like, what?
He had investigating over there.
He had who? Bet who?
Okay, but you didn't say the thing though. Who were they playing though?
Bro, come on, G.
They had a bunch of 6'9". They had a bunch of 6'6" dudes out there trying to guard them.
That's fair, bro, and all that. And listen, shout out Bam. Again, not to harp on that. Like I said earlier, shout out Bam Adebayo. Great thing to do, incredible thing to do. But Bam Adebayo having the second highest, like, gee, I guarantee you his average didn't even jump to 20 after that game.
No, because the next night he had 20. I
guarantee you his average didn't even jump to 20 after that game, bro. I promise you. Man. It got to be like 18. But real quick though, what was your reaction to Bam Adebayo's game?
You know, truthfully, I want to go back and I heard so much about it. Bam taking so much slack. I wanted to go back and watch the fourth quarter of the game to kind of see how he finished the game. But I couldn't get through the whole fourth quarter because it was ugly. It was an ugly 83. I mean, if you could call it an ugly 83, it was an ugly 83. But he legitimately had 70 though to start the fourth quarter. So a couple buckets, the 7. What did he shoot in that fourth quarter for 3-pointer? If I remember correctly, it was like 1 for 12. If any of those 3-pointers go down to where it's like 4 for 12 or 5 for 12,
he got 80.
He's having a 90-point night.
Yeah.
But they didn't. The free throws, I'm not gonna give them no. You know, they fouled them. They were fouling. They couldn't handle. They couldn't do nothing.
No, they weren't. Half of them weren't fouled. One thing
they were not.
About this, no, they weren't. Especially that last foul that got an 83. That wasn't a foul. He just ran in there and threw it up, and the referee was like, "Man, you got it." And it was also in Washington. I mean,
so you think the refs are blowing the home field whistles in Miami?
In that game, yeah, he got blessed with the referees and the Washington Wizards gave him gift wrapped him Amazon Prime 2-day shipping, immediate shipping that 83 points. They gave him that 83 points. One thing I will say though,
he had 70. He had 70 to start the fourth though, Joe. Come on now.
I give him maybe about 60 to 70, but the whole but even it's bad. Only thing I will say is he was 20 for 43. and he shot 43 free throws. So that means he probably attempted around like 60 shots in that game, because obviously when you get fouled, those are kind of field goal attempts. He shot the ball 60 to 70 times in that game. You know how much energy that takes? So I mean, like I said, Bam, I'm all for him praising himself. I'm all for that. But as a viewer, you gotta look at it with the context of the situation. You can't just take it for what it is. For him, it is hell of a game. But overall, the overall context of the situation, just realize it's a good maybe 60 points, but it's not 83. It's not what it.
Okay,
what
wait.
It's in the record at 83. What do you mean?
Cam, real quick, because I don't want to spend too much time because I want to go to that stuff. I just want to ask you a question because I asked him as well. What are the best scoring performances that you think you've seen in your life? Discounting Kobe's 81. We're not discounting that.
You can't discount Kobe's 81.
No, I'm not.
I can't discount. I personally cannot discount.
No. I'm not saying discount it as in
like hypothetically.
No, I'm just saying like outside. Obviously, because everybody would say Kobe's 81.
I mean, I didn't see. Obviously, well, not obviously. I did not see Wilt's 100.
Well,
I'm not sure who's
not Wilt Chamberlain. Oh, bro, come on.
Yeah, I'm saying
you didn't see Wilt Chamberlain.
I didn't see Wilt play.
I don't know. I saw getting up there. I don't know.
Listen. So when I say that Kobe's 81. Now, Joel, you want to harp on Bam on those fouls, those late fouls that Bam got to boost his numbers. Kobe was up. They were up 15 with Kobe still jacking them up. So it's okay to jack them up, and that's what I want to. That's the only point I want to make. It's okay to jack them up. Where does that rank? Or no? Where's the best scoring outputs I've seen? I mean, I remember watching George Gervin back in the day, but he only scored like 50. I think it was like 40, but back in the day, it was like that 40 was like, woo, this guy's killing.
So real quick, Cam, can I tell you mine? I said Kobe 63 in 3 quarters. That shit was nuts. That was nuts. That was nuts. No, it was against Dallas.
Excuse me, that's what I meant. Dallas. Yeah.
And I said, with my own 2 eyes, Kevin Durant and versus the Clippers round 1 when he had like it was like 50
48. Yeah, it was 48.
It was 48. But
against what you call it, your boy, little man.
Pav. Yeah. No. It was 48. But if he wanted to score like 70 points that night, he could have scored 70 points that night, bro.
Yeah, it was easy. It was easy.
Like for me, like with my own 2 eyes, that game, and then the Kobe Bryant 63-point game. Joe said the Kyrie Irving 55-point game against the Spurs. And what else did you say? You said who? Oh, yeah, the Kobe.
So
Clay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Clay. Yeah.
Clay. Clay was cashing. I didn't see that game. I didn't watch the game. So, but Clay, I know what you're talking about. He was cashing in when he had 11 dribbles for 60 points or something. Yeah. I think let me grade this a couple different ways. The one when I was in the building for, and I watched, was Kobe hit 12 threes on my Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah.
I was in Staples that night in the 300s levels, screaming, double him, and George Karl couldn't hear me and just left. Kobe was just cashing. He took Ray Allen to school that night. Ray Allen had a decent game. Ray Allen had like 40, but Kobe had 12 threes. He had 12 threes that night and was just fucking killing my Sonics. The Sonics are coming back, by the way, guys. The Sonics are coming back.
They are. Every time he saw Ray Allen, he saw red. Kobe saw red.
Oh my goodness! That killed me. So that was a personal explosion that I saw. What you call it? Luka.
I guess the Hawks.
Luka hit the Clippers up for 50 in the playoffs.
I do remember that.
For 50, was it
in Staples?
It was in Staples during COVID. Nobody was in the building. But he came.
Bubble, right?
I remember that. I remember that.
He lit him up.
Are you talking about the bubble, or are you talking about in the regular season?
No, it was in Staples. It was in Staples. But nobody was in the building because it was COVID.
It was like light fans. No. It
Was it light fans in there?
Light fans, like that was in the playoffs when they started like opening up a little bit. They had like you had like 5,000 in like the stadium. I remember what you're talking about because I was there. Yeah,
Luka, oh my goodness, Luka. When
he hit that step back three from the logo and screamed at everybody. Yeah.
Man, when he's on one, Luka's hard to beat, man.
Yeah.
Luka is hard to beat. If they can, Joe, if they can get some defenders, man. If they can get some defenders, they got Smart. How you liking Smart? I hate it.
Wait, hold on, wait. We
get into the Lakers.
Wait. We will.
I didn't want to get into Lakers, but
no. We will.
I just wanted to ask that
real
question.
Quick. I want to finish out the convo that we had when we were before you came on. We were talking about Jayson Tatum's return to Boston and just what do you think Boston could possibly do in the playoffs. Now that Tatum is back, and also with Brown still playing the way he's playing, and with the way Tatum looks since he's been back, what do you think Boston could do in the playoffs? And also, what do you think about Jayson Tatum since he's been back on the court?
Jayson Tatum is coming back in a perfect situation where he doesn't have to be
Jayson Tatum.
Man, I was going to say Jayson Tatum, but yeah, he doesn't have to be that guy because Jaylen Brown is that guy. And I quietly like this time against without Jayson Tatum. So Jaylen Brown can get the credit that he deserves. Jaylen Brown he's on that level with Jayson Tatum. I don't know.
Listen, there have been times
people don't see that he's on that level
because he's not light skinned and pretty. There have been times in which there's have been times in the past.
But like we have never seen Jaylen Brown do this until this year.
Yeah,
hold on, that's not true. He was the Finals MVP. He was the Finals MVP. He was the Finals MVP.
He never averaged 29. He never averaged 29 points.
He was the Finals MVP.
Was he the Finals MVP?
Was he the Finals MVP?
Show me when he averaged 29 points per game for
any
season. Show me that.
Show me
was he the Finals MVP?
Show me when he made a first team All NBA.
Was he the Finals MVP?
Averaged 29 points before?
Did Jayson Tatum lead that series in points, rebounds, and assists?
And turnovers? What?
Joe, what did Joe got? Does mute on? Joe got something going on in the background. What you muting for over there, big dog?
Joe got the AirPod, the cancel AirPods on, so he's going in and out. But
I think Jay. Again, as I mentioned, I like this break for Jaylen Brown to get to really show people and open people's eyes to the abilities that he had. I think they're like 1A, 1B. They're not, they've always been that in my eyes, 1A, 1B. Jaylen Brown plays defense. Tatum doesn't play defense. There's a separation there. Jaylen Brown.
You want to stand on that for real? Tatum doesn't play defense?
He doesn't play defense.
He plays defense. He just
he's a shooter. He's a shooter. He don't play better. He don't play in comparison. Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. Who plays more defense?
Jaylen Brown.
So he is the better defender.
Offense, so of course they're gonna have. You got to make up for it in other ways. His offensive workload was always less. So of course he's gonna play better defense.
Oh, so now you're buying the fact that he didn't shoot as many shots as Jayson Tatum, so he couldn't have scored as many points as Jayson Tatum. Now you're buying into that logic.
But there's a reason why.
No,
he's been robbing for all these years for a reason. He's been robbing for a reason. He's not the dynamic scorer that Tatum. He's never shown he's capable of being a dynamic scorer that Tatum.
I don't think Tatum is a dynamic scorer to keep it G with you, honestly.
He wasn't given the ball to shoot 17 times a game. That's the reason. But also, now you're seeing. So now you're seeing that. Does that change your mind, Joel? Now you're seeing that his Jayson Tatum alone has put Boston number 2 in the Eastern Conference. Do you have more confidence in Jaylen Brown now that you're seeing what you didn't see before?
Yeah, for sure. But that does not mean that still doesn't mean he's Jayson Tatum.
So
because he
gets his team to number 2 in the Eastern Conference when you had no expectation of this. Now you're going to say, but he still isn't Jayson Tatum.
We have a 5-year sample. We have a 5-year sample size of Jayson Tatum.
We have a sample size of what you want to see, Joe.
We have a 5-year sample size, bro.
Joe, in this 5 minutes, you've already made the point.
4 months.
Joe, you've already made the point that he didn't shoot as much as he did this season in the previous 4 years, right? You've already made that point, Joe. So how are you going to hold that against a man because he didn't score the point? He didn't have the average that Jayson Tatum's have. How are you going to hold that against him?
Why wasn't he shooting more? Because what? One of the most well-run organizations in the league over the last decade is putting the ball in the better scorer's hands and putting him in opportunities to score the ball because he's the better scorer.
Is he a better scorer?
They made that decision. Joe Mazzulla, Brad Stevens, all these offensive teams, great basketball minds put the ball in his hands to do that stuff. They made that decision.
Joe, now that you've seen him perform a whole season long, did that change your mind on Jaylen Brown?
But I'm still not ready to put him near Jayson Tatum.
What's up with this 7-second delay, Joe? What the heck are you at, man? I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm only getting bits and pieces of your conversation, dog. Oh, that's a Laker fan. All right, Pavy, let's go move on. This guy in his noise cancellation.
All right, well, moving on. I guess we got to do it. I don't want to do it, but we got to do it. Los Angeles Lakers, right? Los Angeles Lakers, they've been – no, you're muted now. They've been playing much, much better over the past. I don't know if they're on a winning streak. I think they're on a winning streak. I'm not 1,000% sure. But they've been playing. No, we still can't hear you. But they've been playing much, much better over the past couple of weeks. I mean, shit. I mean, I guess we gotta talk about it, bro. As long as LeBron's on the team, I know the man 41 years old, but the man's always playing for championships. Do any of us possibly think that they have any possible chance at contending in the Western Conference in the year of our Lord 2026? My answer is no. I still think they're behind the Thunder. I still think they're behind the Nuggets. Even though they beat the other night, I still think they're behind the Nuggets. I think they're behind the Spurs. I think they're behind.
So what are they doing right now with the Rockets? What's the game?
They're beating the Rockets, but the Rockets are dysfunctional. The Rockets need Jesus. Yeah. The Rockets need Jesus. The Rockets need Jesus right now. The Rockets are dysfunctional. The Rockets
I know Joe would love this though. Joe, when you have a time, you can come on this. Is the Rockets' failure due to KD? I know you'll love to cash in on that one.
I mean, I could.
You want to say KD's leadership or lack of leadership? I don't think it's yes. I do think that's one part of it, but I also think that they don't have a same which we said about what we said about the Clippers for years. They don't have a point guard. Why haven't they? I would expect that
they don't have a point guard.
I thought they would be forced to play Reed Shepard. I thought they would be forced to play him. He can hit it.
Yeah,
he has a jumper. He has a jumper. He can handle the ball. I mean, I know he's not Kyrie. I know he's not Tim Hardaway, but man, can they need somebody to get
but I don't know if Reed Shepard for sure. But I don't know if Reed Shepard is a point guard though. At least not yet. I don't know if he's the guy who can I don't know if he's the. This is why you miss FVV. If FVV was there, he's the guy who could recognize time and situation and be like, no, KD, time score. No, KD, you go down there. Like even I think the other game last night when KD had on turnovers because he's trying to play point guard. We said this first game of the season. Season when he was dribbling all around. We first of all, we said, is he gonna be able to play the whole year like this? And then secondly, we said, I don't really like him doing all that, especially at age 37, trying to facilitate the offense. That's not what you do. You need somebody to you go over here. I'm gonna throw you the ball, score.
Right.
We don't need you trying to
we
need to save you from you. We don't need you out here trying to do all this from 60 feet away, and you 36 years old. You not fast no more. We don't need you to be doing all that.
So they couldn't find a dude in the G League to bring the ball up and to orchestrate the offense. They couldn't find Udoka. You couldn't coach Reed up. We're 80 games into the season, Udoka, and this is all you guys got. I'm a little disappointed in Ime. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
I don't know if you remember. I said the losers at the deadline. I pointed out how the Rockets, they missed out on not, going out and trading for somebody who could, initiate the offense. But the problem with the Rockets is, as much as good as it did look on paper, he joined a lot of young players. Min Thompson is still young. He's still trying to find his way. Sengun is still young, trying to find his way. Jabari Parker is another young player they rely on.
These are talented players. These are talented players.
They're talented, but they're still young, and they're still trying to find their way in the NBA. It's asking a lot of kids to come in and just guide this younger group, guys who have not even hit year 4. Only one of them has an extension in Jabari Smith. Guys who have not really, grown yet and found their niche in the NBA. And Min Thompson is confused as hell out there a lot of times on offense, and a lot of teams don't really respect him.
Amen Thompson need to get in the gym this summer.
Amen
need to go get in the gym this summer because this shit is like, brother. Amen is somebody else who you could leave him in the gym all night. he and brother, if you tell him don't dunk, he might not get 30. You come back, he still got 15, bro. You leave him in the gym all night. And then don't dunk.
And then what Sengun's bring sometimes is pretty, but a lot of times also Sengun is also a disaster waiting to happen. I've never seen he gets some of the worst offensive fouls I've ever seen in my life, and they come into some of the most crucial moments of the game. And a lot of times on defense, he simply can't move his feet. Udoka
he can get pushed out of his comfort zone too. He can, but that's some of the point guard stuff. If you have a point guard, and look, I'm not going to say this. Darius Garland is not all world. We know this, right?
Nice,
but he's making some of these guys look good on the Clipper squad by just simply getting easy buckets. Just easy buckets. I mean, he's not an all-world point guard. I don't know. I don't expect him to make an all-star game, but
he made one already though.
All-star team is not that big to do.
Well, excuse me. That's fair, Joe. But he made one last year with Cleveland, right? Cleveland last year, but he's not gonna make one in the West. He's not going to make one in the West. No. But the point guard abilities that he brings makes it easier for I know we're talking about the Lakers, we were talking about the Lakers, but the point guard abilities that Garland brings makes the shots easier for Kawhi, for Mathurin. Mathurin, I don't think Mathurin is like Westbrook in the sense that there's no shot he's seen that he don't think he can make.
Man, bro, Mathurin will shoot anything.
Mathurin will put it up if you give him some green light. And I wonder, I'd be interested to hear how Ty Lue works with that. But Mathurin will get it up. But if you give him if he sees daylight, he's gonna put up a shot. That's kind of funny. But nonetheless, Garland is a point guard that helps out this Clipper team. The Rockets don't have that. What do you do? Are you good with Luka running your point, or is it just Luka your turn or Reeves your turn and let LeBron clean the rest of the stuff up? Is that where you at, Joe?
Yeah, definitely is a Luka, Austin, your turn, my turn thing, and I think it's been working really, really well for the Lakers. If you look at their they shoot about 50% from the field as a team on offense.
Who they've been playing recently?
They've been playing after they beat the Rockets and they beat another. I don't remember who they beat the Rockets and they beat someone else. But I think offensively they're too good. Ever since they got Luke Kennard, they've been making threes. They've been around.
I also 40. Like what Aiden said. If that quote was real, that I saw that he's saying,
But the Lakers are going to be a problem if you can play that well offensively. You're not going to be easy out for anybody, and I don't see why their offense would tail down at any point, considering the offensive talent they have. They got to
because they're going to be playing better teams. They're going to be playing better teams is why their offense is going to tail off.
They have been so all these teams are not good.
No, I'm saying they're going to be playing. They're going to be playing better teams in the playoffs. So, Chicago, they're not going to see Chicago in the playoffs. They're not going to see Minnesota in the playoffs. They're not going to see the Indiana Pacers in the playoffs. They're not going to see them. They're not going to see. They're not going to see who. They might see who.
They might see Minnesota. They might see Minnesota in the playoffs.
Minnesota's about to fall off with being out for being out for a couple weeks.
Like 2 weeks.
Minnesota's in a tough spot though. They're not going to see Sacramento. They're not going to see New Orleans. Okay.
Right now, with the playoffs ended today, they will be playing Denver in the first round.
Who's going to win that series?
The Lakers.
I would go Denver.
The only team the Lakers can't beat is OKC or San Antonio. Any other team, I think the Lakers would beat. I think so.
Did they beat the Denver's just 2 weeks ago?
I don't think they can keep up offensively. And I think the Lakers are smart enough, and JJ Redick is smart enough to, like, he drew up that scheme to stop KD the other day. I think that the Lakers are smart enough to get the stops when they need them, and they're just too good offensively. I don't think those teams can slow the Lakers down in a 7-game. I can't see it. Last year when Luka, they got shut down in the playoffs last year, but Luka was in LA for what, 3 months, if that, 2 months. Not familiar with anything. Now I think he's more comfortable. Now I think him and Austin got a good friendship going. Obviously, him and Redick bang heads every once in a while, but what two great minds don't with basketball? It's part of the game. I think that now with the momentum and the chemistry they have heading into this time, playing this good at basketball, around in early March, heading into April, with the playoffs around the corner, I think they'll be a tough out for anybody that's not OKC and the Spurs.
They're gonna make it to the finals, aren't they? The Lakers gonna make it to the finals, Joe?
I said OKC and San Antonio are the teams. That's two teams. That's now you got to be able to beat one of them to make it to the finals. I don't take them over them, but any other team, I think that they for sure. I think they.
I'm with you on everybody, but listen. I'll say this. I'm with you on everybody besides Denver. I don't think I need to physically see them beat Denver for me to think that they can beat the Denver.
Yeah, Denver too. They just beat Denver.
Yeah, they just beat them.
Should Austin Reeves have got the ball on the? He tried to shoot the foul shot and it went off the glass.
He did. He should have.
Did it? But no. Did that hit the rim or did it hit the backboard? I thought that ball should have been. That call should have been. It should have been Denver ball, if I remember correctly. That should have been Denver ball. That shot shouldn't have counted.
I don't know.
The 2-minute report said that shot should not have counted after that game, but they won the game. But that 2-minute report said it shouldn't have counted. It went into overtime, so it was a close game. You guys won the game, but I don't see you beating them in the playoffs.
Denver is not the same Denver over the last couple of years. I think that
but you guys don't have nobody for Jokic.
Nobody in the league has anybody for Jokic. Nobody has.
Yeah. So, and I think they got enough of those wing players to get in. Your Watson, your Brown, PJ Brown. Those are guys who are just going to get in Reeves' way.
It's not enough.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, Joe. We'll see.
But staying into the same conference, a team that I guess we're all near and dear to at this point. LA Clippers. Obviously they made a big trade at the trade deadline. I know they lost 3 in a row currently, but Kawhi been out for a few games. He came back today, but was out before that. Not even what do we think about the Clippers this year? Because I'm not really so concerned about the Clippers this year. What do we think about the Clippers' future? Because I actually think that like they have a future now. Like they with the moves they made, they have a genuine, as long as they can get that pick, they have a genuine nice future with Kawhi. Granted, obviously we always gonna talk about Kawhi being healthy, but Kawhi is possibly having the best regular season he's ever had in his life. Kawhi is having one hell of a season, bro. He's having one hell of a season.
I think he's all NBA first team.
They probably won't give it to him, but he definitely has a case for all NBA first team. He's having one hell of a season. What's up?
Can we hold the conversation on the Clippers or on their future performance? I'm surprised Adam Silver hadn't laid the smackdown on the Clippers and
for the whole thing
for the whole aspiration. Yeah, I don't know I don't know. They keep putting it off. Joel, if they go into the off season and not penalizing Ballmer for circumventing the cap, do you know what's going to happen this offseason? Ballmer is the richest, but they all got money. Okay, they all got money, and they're all going to start trying to do the same crap.
My question to you don't think that already happens? I think that my personal theory is
circumventing the cap,
in the cap, paying people more money than what you say you paying them. I think it's happening all over the league. I just think it's just obviously it's just a guess, but I just think that if you expose Kawhi Leonard, and then you guys got to expose everybody who's also doing it. So I think they want to try to
sweep it also be a thing.
It's like the NBA has a known history of sweeping things under the rug, sweeping illegal actions under the rug because it looks bad on them. Just like with the whole Sacramento, the referee thing.
Joel, do you think Ballmer? So if you think this is already going on, And to your point, if you think this is already going on and there's a case where the NBA cannot sweep this under the rug because there's somebody else doing all the reporting for them and sticking it right under the NBA's door, their doormat.
The only thing I will say is I don't know. I could be naive. I don't know if the story is big enough yet outside of the internet. I could be wrong. I don't know if the story is big enough yet outside of the internet.
The aspiration deal?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, yes, I get it. Listen, no, wait, listen. Listen. I could be wrong, but I don't know if the story is big enough outside of the internet to like the common man who's not like on the internet for them to have to sweep it under the rug. Also, we've seen them let people play who I don't want to bring up a certain case. Granted, he was found innocent, but a certain case that happened in the mid 2000s.
Right. Okay. And we were just talking about
he was still playing basketball.
Come on,
that was a personal criminal investigation. Not having to do with the league.
Okay, Cam. If that happens right now, bro. If that happens right now,
well, yeah,
the outrage it would be
right
if
now,
that man is still on the court playing basketball, whether he's innocent, guilty, whatever. Do you know the outrage it would be? So I'm just saying the NBA has let people play, and also I think this is the thing where it's like you could let it go to the offseason. Take a fucking second round pick away, fine them $10 million. Let's move on because I am also
do that.
Because yeah, but I think that's something to do in the offseason. But I'm also with Joe's point. Yes, you can. Like I understand the instrument of thinking of sweeping under the rug because like this may be a thing that just happens. Like Jalen Brunson. Hold on, wait. Jalen Brunson did sign for 100, re-signed for 140.
Yeah,
man,
but no. Everybody knew though. Jalen Brunson was taking less money. Everybody knew that.
Everybody did not know Jalen Brunson was taking less money before he took less money.
I think that was already the deal because he wanted to go to New York, so he was going to take
no. Not going to New York. Going to New York. We scoffed at this deal because they gave him 120. He was like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" I'm talking about when he re-signed, and he re-signed for way less than the max that he could have gotten.
But he did that. To my understanding, he did that
to play with his homies. To play with his homies,
so they can sign his homie who they gave up 5 draft pick for. Like that was wild. I mean, that was wild. You know, 5 points, so your point guard can play with his homie. Like that's wild. But one could say if we give up these 5 draft picks, can we? Well, I mean,
so again.
Okay, to Joe's point. To Joe's point, it happens. Everybody's doing it. If everybody is doing it, it's not being reported on like somebody has reported on, and really is looking bad on the NBA and their investigative team because now. There's one person, Pablo Torre, has done better investigation of the NBA. And the Clippers and the NBA. Like
that may be a thing that you don't want to. Like sometimes it's like we don't want to investigate this.
Yeah, we
don't want to find.
Like that is very true. But with this new, excuse me, guys, with this news being out there, yes, you may not want to investigate it. Joe, to your point, you may not even want to penalize these guys. But with the news being out there, all that's going to happen next season is Phoenix is going to find out ways to open up a restaurant and pay all their revenue that this restaurant makes to Devin Booker. I mean, somebody's going to buy a car lot, and every car that gets sold, somebody gets a percentage of every car sold off the lot. I mean, to your point, Joel, that might already be being done, but if you don't penalize what's in front of our face, then it's just going to be wild, wild west. And I think Adam Silver dropping the ball for allowing that to happen.
Listen. I think that come the offseason, take away some draft picks from them, somebody second round picks. You probably won't take away the first. Take away some second round picks from them and find Ballmer. Huh?
Tap him on the wrist, basically. Give him a little.
Take away some second round picks and find Ballmer $20 million.
So I don't think neither one of us think this is going to happen. But what if the Clippers went on a run and made it to the NBA Finals?
I don't think that's going to happen. So I
got a better chance on the KKK.
I don't think that's gonna happen. So I think we're good on that.
if that were to happen, and I don't like saying if, but if that were to happen, now here we are with this cloud hanging over this team, right? And you go into the NBA Finals. This is going to be a point of contention for the rest of the owners.
The cloud has been there all year, and they've been playing some of the best basketball in the NBA. The cloud, they've done something we've never seen done in NBA history before. This team was below 15 games below 500, and now they are above 500. We have never seen a team in one season go from being 15 games below 500 to being above 500 in that same season.
So you're telling me that they can go on a crazy run is what you're telling me. They can't go on a crazy run. They can't go on a crazy run.
Hey, anything is possible, right? What the great Kevin Garnett said.
That's the only thing I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm saying.
It is highly unlikely, especially with a new group of guys, and they got some younger guys in there.
I agree with you. I just think the not punishing them guys leaves that window open. But you guys seem to think it's not an issue. I'm interested to see how it plays out because I heard he was going to be punished a couple of weeks ago. I've been waiting for the punishment, and as they continue to, I
think people were saying they could void his whole contract, make him a free agent, void the whole contract. I'm not sure we're gonna see that. I mean, well, maybe I just think that these are all things you do in the off season, not mid season. Even if there is a punishment that like you want to take. Maybe that's why the Clippers did what they did. Maybe that's why they was like, you know what, fuck it, let's offload, get some like young guys, get some draft picks because we know that the NBA is going to punish us or do whatever, sanction us, do like whatever. But I think that these are things you do in the off season and not things you do in the middle of an NBA season. Cause bro, what if you let's say you want to void Kawhi's contract? You void Kawhi's contract, now he signs with the Thunder. What the fuck?
Right. I hear what you're saying. I get your off-season point, but I just think they have a chance to really do something crazy, and if you don't penalize them at all, they're not the team that they were at the beginning of the season. So chances of them ripping off 40 games and making it to the finals is low. But that chance is still there. And if you don't penalize these guys, I just say all these owners is going to be doing the same thing. And Joe, to your point, they may be doing it already. It's just going to be now come out in the open and it'll be further exposed.
Go ahead, Joe.
I think it's all signs point towards them just, sweeping under the rug. When it first came out, everybody was like, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? It came out before the season even started. Everybody's like, what's going to happen? And then suddenly the lead report from Shams was, okay, they're going to bring the hammer down during All-Star weekend. They postponed it 5 months, a possible punishment. And then once that time came, everybody's like, kind of waiting. The people who are tuned in, because like Pavy said, it's probably not that big of a, a national news like that. People who do know, okay, what's going to happen? And nobody says nothing, and it just keeps going. It's just all signs point towards it. That's going to continue to be the trend with the situation. We're going to do it then, and it's not going to happen next year. Everybody's going to forget. It might be a tweet that goes viral once in a while. Like, what happened about this?
I just think it's the
all
thing.
signs point towards them just pushing it off.
I just think it's a thing like before NIL came in college sports, when it's like, everybody's getting paid under the table. Right, the top athletes, Zion Williamson did not just go to Duke just because he went to Duke.
Just because he likes Krzyzewski.
There is a running joke that Nick Saban was giving out charges. There was a running joke,
and everybody just went with it.
There was bro, I know girls who went to SEC schools. It was like, bro, they be on campus living. This is before NIL.
They said Shaq was wild, and Shaq, he ain't just go to LA.
We know that people was doing this beforehand. But it's like, if you stupid enough to get caught, cool. But we know everybody doing everything. But if you get caught, but again, like I said, even if they do give punishment, I do think it's an all-season thing, because what if it is something drastic like voiding the man's contract? But if you void the man's contract mid-season, what you gonna void him and suspend him? If you want him to suspend him, okay, but if you don't suspend him, you just void his contract, and now he's a free agent and he's just free to do whatever. And he go sign with the Pistons. He go sign with the Thunder. What are we doing? Yeah. But moving on from the Clippers, a few more things I want to talk about before we get out of here. The Cleveland Cavaliers. What do we think the Cleveland Cavaliers can actually do in the playoffs? they've been pretty good since they got James Harden. Obviously, like Jared Allen's been hurt. They've had some guys hurt. But what do we think the Cleveland Cavaliers can realistically do this year in the Eastern Conference? Like, do we think that they can be a conference finals team, or is it just another second round exit waiting to happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers?
No, I think the Cleveland Cavaliers can be a conference finals team. Unfortunately, Detroit. I think Detroit is taking a step back with Cade's. Cade might be tired. His recent, or he had an injury, didn't he? He just had a back spasm. He got asked out of the game. I think Cade might be tired. I hate to say this, but I think Boston might catch him. They got 4 games to catch him. The New York Knicks.
You talked about the Knicks earlier, real quick. Now, I do want to ask you a question. Do you think? Well, no, you speak on the Knicks real quick. I'm just let you go.
No, I was just going there looking at these top 4 teams and Cleveland Cavaliers. Do I think Cleveland Cavaliers? I would give the Cavaliers the edge over the Knicks, and that's about it. Not over Boston, not over Detroit. And that's where I think they
can't beat Detroit.
The Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't think when I'm looking at the match of Cade Cunningham and James Harden, I'm gonna give Cade Cunningham. I'm gonna give Cade the advantage there. You got Donovan Mitchell, and is Duran. Then obviously they're not playing each other, but I'm just in the pecking order. I think Duran, I would have more confidence in Cunningham and Duran combination than Mitchell and Harden combination.
What about Evan Mobley?
So no. Evan Mobley, he's going to be matched up against Duran. That's a wash. That's a wash.
That we're saying that's a wash is actually disappointing.
He's not gonna be white. He's gonna be matched up with.
That's a wash. And then there's Jared Allen, who's Cleveland got for Jared Allen.
Allen gonna be matched up with Duran. Duran would match up with Duran. Be just really playing free safety. Would match up with, I guess.
Well, there you go.
That gives Allen or whatever.
That gives them the advantage there. I just don't. I think Cade is going to run it. I think Cade is going to. I think Cleveland is going to run out of gas. I just that's my confidence. That might be just my confidence or lack of confidence in Harden and Mitchell in the playoffs. That might be my confidence, my lack of confidence spilling out on those two. But I don't really have confidence in those two. And I think Cade needs a rest. They need to sit Cade down for a few games so he can have some energy when they start in the playoffs. What do you guys? What's your thoughts on?
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think he's going to rest. He was 20. How old is Cade? Like 26, 25?
25.
I mean, you take a day or two off, man. Take a day or two off.
In momentum, I don't think he needs a rest. My thoughts on Cleveland, honestly, with the way, the Eastern Conference, that bottom half is, caught fire. Atlanta's on a 10-game winning streak. The Hornets have won 7 of their last 10. Miami has been playing really good basketball lately. I think they should be on watch, and I think that they could possibly go in the 5th round. I think that those early rounds will be very competitive. If they do get out the first round, I think it'd be very competitive because those lower teams
You mentioned Charlotte, Miami, and Atlanta.
Atlanta.
You think the Pistons should be scared of those guys?
No, not the Pistons. The Cleveland.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, Cleveland. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Cleveland. I'm not, and like Pavy mentioned Evan Mobley, I'm not that impressed with Cleveland. Evan Mobley has not really taken a jump this year.
He's not taking a jump this year.
Not really. He's timid on the court a lot of the times.
Atlanta has won 11 straight fucking games.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't against top competition, but they still went out and won those games.
Still 11 straight games.
And you still need credit for that.
About those Hawks, I thought the Hawks should have traded Trae Young 2 years ago. When they traded for DeJounte Murray, I thought they were trading Trae Young away from then.
Yeah, but you got to feel seats, and they didn't really have another star. Like Jalen Johnson can at least put butts in the seats.
He was there though. He was there. He was
but he wasn't. He was just
watch. Bro, if you watch the game, I remember saying this to Nate McMillan, who was the head coach. I was being in Birmingham. I would go to Atlanta to watch their games. But this kid kept jumping out on the court. Like every night he have a steal and then go to slam on somebody. It was like, well, wait, coach, Why isn't this guy getting more playing time? Because every night he's making game-winning plays. He said, we just got to find some time for him, yada, yada, yada. Nate, you didn't find enough time for him quick enough. But I thought Jaden, he was
coaching no more. Shout out Nate McMillan, but that's why he ain't coaching no more.
Coaching the Lakers. He's on the Lakers.
Yeah,
staff.
but he ain't the head coach of the Hawks no more.
Well, true. I know. Did you guys talk about their promotional thing event that got canceled? What the white boy from Cornette? Is he the most hated guy in the NBA right now? Is he the most hated guy in the NBA?
Listen.
That's so dumb, bro.
Him and what's my man name from Brazil? Al Horford. Him and Horford. Come on, Al, what are you doing? Al, I know you've been there. Al, what are you talking about?
Listen, man.
Cornette, come on.
On one end, I think it's Atlanta culture, you know, like
it absolutely is Atlanta culture.
Luke,
like Magic going on down there.
Like Magic's, I know it seems like it's just a strip club, but Magic City is not like just a strip club per se. Like it's a symbol of Atlanta, bro. It's a symbol of Atlanta. Having said all of that, I don't think we need to do a Magic City celebration night.
Why not, bro? Why do they talk like those women are there against their will? Like they not some of the happiest women.
They're
voluntarily out there, brother. They're not talking
the subjugation of the women. I understand it, but it was more. They were just selling chicken wings in hoodies. That's what they were. I don't know. Somebody didn't get the memo to Luke. They're not having strippers on the floor, Luke. They're just selling chicken wings and hoodies. That's all they're doing. But no, we don't have to talk about that.
How is it not being seen as like supporting women? I don't see how, like, you know, because this is women help them out and put more money in their pocket.
I said that support women.
Strip clubs are only seen as supportive ventures by rappers. Okay, that's
literally that's what people think that shit.
But did you see what Cornette said? He said this is like, you know, degrading women, and you know, we putting them down.
Again, not understanding the culture, what you expect them to say.
Yes. Not understanding the culture, what you expect them to say. Having said that, even when I go to the strip club, and I'll leave it here, even when I go to the strip club, I do feel some kind of way about just launching money at somebody. It's kind of fucked up in one way, shape, or form.
But ain't that what they want?
So you gotta find a better way to get it. You gotta find a better way to do things, though, Pavy. Mr. World Traveler, you gotta find a better way to do things. Because I can tell you, I've had plenty of fun and excitement.
I've had fun too.
Well, listen, we'll tell them, hey, don't put your hands on this. This is for you, but don't put your hands on it. And now let's see what you can do with it. And then, boy, that gets the competition going right there. Just say, don't put your hands on it. And boy, that gets the party going.
Ain't that what they want, bro? You need to be throwing at them. You making somebody day. You making somebody's night. You paying somebody bills.
You are paying somebody bill, but what? Listen,
but no, enough of them. We got on there talking about the Hawks. I thought the Hawks, and shout out to Quinn for finally getting this team turned around. I thought he was a season too late, Quinn, on getting these guys turned around. I expected to have them in playoff contention sooner than this, but then he was anchored by the point guard who doesn't play any defense. Is that going to work in Washington? You got. You can. We'll see. I'll give them a full season. Let's see what
they could be a playing team.
I'll give them a full year. Let's see what they do. Listen, brother. The Washington Wizards haven't won 50 games since 1979. That franchise doesn't have much. If you can win 45 games in Washington, you fucking did something.
I mean, but can you do that with Trey and
Trey? No, Trey, AD, Sar, Trey, AD, Sar, Bynel. I think that they could be at least like an 8th seed, 7th, maybe even 6th seed next season.
And they're gonna have a lottery pick. And they're gonna have a
lottery pick. Like if we can get these, if we can get, it's a huge if. First of all, if AD even want to be there, AD probably clocked out. But if AD can give us 55, 60 games. if Trey can give us 60 games. We got Sarr, who's one of the better young defensive players in the league. That sounds funny to say, especially after what Bam on the bio. But
it ain't just Bam, brother. It ain't just Bam. Porzingis,
one of the better young defensive players in the league. We have him. You got Bruno Caballa. You got Keyshawn. I think it's Keyshawn Johnson. Like, you have a solid amount of guys, young guys, and you're gonna get a lottery pick. Like, I think that this is a squad that could be a 6-7 seed next season if it all goes correctly and if they stay healthy. But one last thing I want to ask everybody before we get out here. Two things. One, the Spurs, man. How are you feeling about the Spurs, man? The Spurs, man.
I told you guys a few weeks ago, the Spurs is coming out the West.
You said that a few weeks ago?
I told the last time we chatted, the Spurs is coming out the West.
I don't listen. I said
the Spurs coming out the West.
That's cool with me. Listen, I said from the beginning of the season, with all these tall guys, you always think that you're gonna get. Well, people think you're gonna get 15 years.
Right? Yeah.
We don't know that. We ain't never seen none of these guys really get 15 besides Kareem. Kareem really the only super tall, lanky guy that we really seen get 15 years out the league. So the time is now. It's not tomorrow. The time is right now.
And he knows that. He knows that. And that the thing. So a couple things I really like about Wemby is not only did he change.
Fucking cried after winning a regular season game. If you care that much,
he beat the Clippers.
If you care that much about beating Joe, turn your phone sideways. If you care that much about beating the Clippers in a regular season game in March, I don't want to see what you would do to people in a fucking game 6.
Well, just look at it.
And get 35, 26, 10, 5. And something else.
This dude is special, man. When he in the Olympics, when they lost in the Olympics, right? He took that on his shoulder. He cried walking off the court then. Okay. This season, Keldon Washington, did you hear what Keldon Washington said the other night?
I didn't. What did he say?
So they won. Who did the Spurs beat the other night? And Keldon, they asked Keldon Washington, was this enough for you guys? And he said, well, we have to talk to Victor. If it was enough for Victor, it was enough for me. Keldon Washington is not only is he a dude, is he that one of those guys, but he's a veteran in the league, 6-7 years in the league. But he's looking up
right now.
Yeah, he's looking up to Victor, figuratively and literally. They're looking to this dude to set the tone of the team. And for that to be the case, man. And they have these guards. They have Stephon Castle, who doesn't want to do anything but win. He doesn't want to do anything else but win, Stephon Castle. So whether he's playing defense and letting Harper score points or Fox score the points, he's good. He just want to win. Harper, who come off the bench and score and give you 20, or can defend the opposing team's point guard, he's good. Fox. I didn't think they needed Fox. I was thinking they should have traded Fox. I was thinking he was going to get in the way.
No.
But Fox, just to come in here and give you 15, 20 points that you can count on every game and to be the consummate professional on this squad, he fits in perfectly. This squad is so deep. Joel, I have the Spurs coming out of the Western Conference. Who do you have coming out of the Western Conference?
I'm not mad at that pick at all. I really enjoy watching the Spurs play basketball. I think from top to bottom, they are a really good roster, and they're really young, and they're really fun to watch. And like you said about Fox, I like how Fox, his ability to keep pressure on the defense, that vertical downhill threat has been big. I think it's been big for them. I think Castle has been exceptional this year all across the board. He rebounds really well. He passes really well. He defends really well. Not the best shooter, but he has his nights where he is hitting them, and he is not scared to take. And I think that's big. Obviously, Wemby has been heck of a season from him.
Is he the MVP? Around, is Wemby the MVP?
No.
I don't think Wemby's the MVP, but he's definitely in the conversation. I mean,
but no,
he's definitely in the conversation. But yeah, but Spurs did, like I said, they play hard. They're young. They don't take nights off. They like each other. Like you said, that quote you have from Keldon Johnson, just backing up Wemby, backing up the guys they have. They like each other. They get all over the place. They defend really well. Really good young team. I think I'm don't know if they be my people. They definitely the sky definitely is a limit this year. I think they should, as a Spurs, if you on that team, the general managers, coaches, that they should think that they should hold the trophy at the end of June.
As Pavy started the conversation out by saying these big guys don't last a whole long time. You know, though there are very few of these guys that last a generation as we might be expecting and we might be anticipating. And I think he knows that too. He feels like the feeling I get from him is the time is now. Do it when we can.
Listen,
and we're right there.
Listen,
right there. I'd like to hear. I'd like to hear who Pavy has as an MVP if it's not this generational guy right now.
I think
who is it?
I think it's either still Cade, Shea.
No, Cade ain't done enough. Shea.
Cade ain't done enough.
Cade has
not changed. Cade has not changed in your viewing habits like Victor Wembanyama has done.
Listen.
Wemby has not done that.
No, listen. Wemby hasn't because we've never seen anything like Wemby. But Wemby's
call it what you want to. Cade hasn't changed your viewing habit.
I don't think Wemby has
impacted the game. You don't think
no.
You don't think he influences his team?
No. Listen, I don't think Wemby has played enough minutes every night to warrant him getting MVP this season. Wow. I think that he'll probably get Defensive Player of the Year, but I don't think he'll get MVP.
Wow.
I don't think he'll get MVP this season. Fuck around. That's a good question, but fuck around. I think fuck around. If the Boston Celtics get the number 1 seed, Jaylen Brown might get that motherfucker.
That he should definitely get a pick. He should definitely get he should definitely get some votes.
He might I don't.
He should definitely get some votes.
And I do think Shea still has to be a competition, but and I do
Cade, Shea, Jaylen Brown, Wemby.
Huh?
Say Cade, Shea, Jaylen Brown, Wemby. That's the top 3.
Cool with me. But also
not putting Cade over Jaylen Brown.
But also what I want to say about Wemby is I think it's very rare when you get a player who can every night be the best player offensively and defensively. And I think when you have that guy, you have a legitimate chance to win a championship. Like if you look in the league right now, how many people can you name that on any given night can be I literally want you to name them. On any given night can be the best player on offense and defense?
No, there's not many.
Jaylen Brown?
I don't think Jaylen Brown can be the best player on offense. Well, yeah, fair.
On offense and defense. What do you mean? He's been doing it.
So.
I think that depends on who on the court, bro.
Well, if he on the court with Wemby, no, he's behind Wemby.
If he on the court with Amen Thompson, he can't be the best player on defense.
He's been on the court with Luka, and he's the best player offensively and defensively.
Well, Luka can't play no goddamn defense, and Luka offensively some nights. I don't think Luka's as good offensively as everybody else do.
Yeah,
he can take a lot of shots, and sometimes it looks cool.
Sometimes the reason why he wasn't
think Luka averaging 32 is not as good as good
shoot
offense.
That bitch a million times.
He wasn't that good offensively because of Jaylen Brown. That's my point. You know,
well, that's why I think but I don't think Luka is some unstoppable force offensively. That's just my personal.
Now he's not he roll out of bed and get 34.
Yeah, but he's
not, for somehow that's not convincing enough for Pavy.
But
game winner the other night. The man went baseline on a double team and cashed it.
Listen, it sounds crazy. He's gonna make some incredible shots, but I just think that one, he shoots a lot of shots, and I look at his percentages, especially for a guy who's 6'8", it don't jump out to me. When has he ever shot 50% from the field? When has he ever shot 40% from 3? Even 38% from 3.
But I don't know why that's a requirement though. I think guys, when you consider like a unstoppable offensive force, they usually get up like Michael Jordan. He was always at 50%. No, wait. Listen, no, I'm talking about guards too. Michael Jordan, he was at 50%. LeBron James was at 50%. Kevin Durant, LeBron James lit. LeBron is lit.
How you do it? No, that's not true. LeBron even shot 40% from 3 and fucking
It happened one time. Happened one time.
That's fine. Listen, I don't care how
Luka once was at 50% or 49.6, 49%. 2022, 23. 23. He's at 49.6.
That's fair. And what does he this year?
47%.
Okay, that's not bad. All right, cool, fine. But still,
that's a career high though. That's the 47% is a career high.
You just say he's at 49.
He's at 49. No. For that season, he was 49% when in Dallas. His 46% for the 46.8 for his career.
Okay, fair. 46. Yeah, I mean that's fine, but still,
I feel what you're saying.
I think the guys sometimes can be like bothered, and whatever. If you can,
I feel.
But for me, I'm with you. I look at what the Spurs did to the Thunder. They beat them 3 times every single week
in a SmackDown. It wasn't just a win. It was a SmackDown.
Beating them, and also Chet hates Wemby. No.
Wemby
hates Chet. I don't think Chet understands how much that man hates him. I don't think Chet got that through his head yet. That goes to the 17 game.
To 17 game, yes, exactly.
Not again. Every time Wemby cries, the next time you see that man be fear. Every time he cries, fear.
Hey man, it's that attitude. It's the attitude for me.
Yeah.
You don't see that attitude in the guy who he's crying because he wants to win so bad.
Like, bro, the man came back on the fucking Clippers, G, in a regular season game and broke down in tears on the floor, G. You know how scary that is? You care that much?
I mean, but it was a good win because the Clippers were up 20. The Clippers were up 20 on
bro. How many times have you seen a nigga come back for 20 points in the regular season? Nigga, you don't even see people cry when they win championships. He in a regular season game.
He ain't from here. He ain't from here.
In a regular season game, G, they came back 20 points and he cried on the floor. What do you think he's going to do if they are down 3-2 in game 6? Oh my God.
Right. I can't wait.
Oh my God.
Okay, fellas. So, fellas, like this, I've already made my reservations for San Antonio in the finals. Okay, that's how confident I am. I didn't buy the flight, but I got my hotel reservation for the first week of June and that second week of June.
Okay.
I didn't buy a flight, but my hotel reservation is ready. Okay, so that's how confident I am in these guys, man. I haven't seen clearly hasn't seen this guy before, but the attitude he has, you don't see that. You don't see this in sports. You don't see it. You just don't
anymore.
Right? Yeah, you don't see this. You don't see this in sports. So I'm bought in. I'm 100% bought in. Who's coming out of the Eastern Conference?
I don't even know.
It could be Boston. I mean, it depends on it. I think it depends on how things shake out.
Fair.
I don't think the Knicks are going to get there. The Knicks are cursed. They're not going to get to the finals. It could be Boston. I don't see Cleveland get there. We could see Detroit, Boston conference finals. That's what we could see.
I love that.
We could see that.
But one last thing before we get out of here, because I'm about to go touch street soon.
Yeah, but you be safe. You be safe out here.
Facts. But everybody give me a player that you've been most disappointed in this season. I'll give you mine.
Jeez.
Mine is Evan Mobley, bro. I thought Evan Mobley. I just thought Evan Mobley would take a step. I thought after last season, I genuinely thought Evan Mobley would take a all NBA level step. And Evan Mobley has not taken that all NBA level step. Like, I thought Evan Mobley would be a guy who be able to go out and get you 23 and 11. And I don't know if he's ever going to be that guy.
On his own?
Yeah. Like, he got this. Like,
when did you see that? Though?
It's just the way he looks. He looked like he got the skill level to be able to do that. Like, he can hit a three. He got a decent little post game. He can handle the rock.
But he's playing with Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, but still, I think
Donovan Mitchell ain't gonna let him put those shots up to get average.
I don't think. But if you were big, first of all, who else shooting the ball on Cleveland? Darius Garland been gone half the fucking year. Harden out there playing point guard now, so he ain't even. Jared Allen not for the shoot. It's like, bro, you can still get.
It was Mitchell. Points. Mitchell was their shot taker.
But you can still get 22 points with somebody else averaging 30, bro. Austin Reeves doing it right now, bro. Luka averaging 33. Austin Reeves averaging how much he averaging? It's at least above 20.
Yeah, I mean, what
and fucking Braun averaging 20. We got 3 people averaging 20.
They're wing players, but the point is not Garland. Mobley would need somebody to get on the ball. You're not just kicking it. You're not kicking it down to Mobley and say, "Give me 2 points."
I thought that he could be a guy that you could do that. I thought that would be where we would see his offensive game develop to, like, not saying he's Kevin Garnett, because I don't want to say he's Kevin Garnett, but to a KG light type of guy. So that's why I would be disappointed in Evan Mobley, because I thought after last year, after winning Defensive Player of the Year, that he would be able to take a step this season. But for you, who has it been?
For me, I'd have to say it was Reed Sheppard. I expected by now. Now, I know he wasn't the ideal. No, listen. Here's why I say this. I know he wasn't. We know Houston was down a point guard. We knew going into the season Houston needed a point guard. I expected that to be Reed Sheppard. He can shoot. Whether it was now, I knew he was going to be challenged on the defensive side of the ball, but I thought that was the benefit of having Thompson. I thought that was the benefit of having Smith. I thought that was the benefit of having the big rebounder down there low. Why am I having a brain fart? Who was their center? Who was their center, Joel? Who was the big? Not Sengun. Steven Adams. I thought that would be. I thought this roster benefited Reed Sheppard's ability to grow as a point guard. He had Kevin Durant. If you can't get Kevin Durant the ball, you shouldn't even be thought of as a point guard. If you can't get Kevin Durant the ball somewhere. But I thought his ability to run the team. And I think this is showing. As you mentioned, Houston is a disappointment because they can't really just run the offense, run a simple offense. And I think that's, if you want to say it's the coaching with Ime not coaching the guy up, or if you want to say it's the ability, I thought Reed Sheppard would be able to fill that void as a knockdown 3-point shooter, somebody that the league would have to respect. I thought that would make it easier for him to create some passes and create some openings for his other the offensive talent. So my guy would be Reed Sheppard.
Fair. Joe, who is it for you?
I got a couple guys, but I'll be quick. One I'll start with, I thought Rui Hachimura, it's a kind of year for him. I thought that, with defenses putting so much effort into, stopping Reeves, stopping Luka, stopping, LeBron on a night-in, night-out basis, I thought, all the attention drawn on him, he'd be able to, pull out a formidable season around 14, 15 points per game, above 40% from three, capitalize off the open looks, capitalize off and, literally completely not being on the scouting report at all. But there's been times where he's been literally unplayable this year. He isn't making the open threes like he should. And there's been times where he's got DNPs and nobody even batted an eye. He hasn't been that great defensively. His rebounding isn't that great. He doesn't really take good screens. I think he's been at this point, I thought, heading into a contract year because he's always been he had a really good playoff series a couple years ago versus the Grizzlies. He's always been, a formidable NBA player, but I thought that he sees the opportunity, be a 5th, 6th option that, really be able to, contribute to, Lakers winning some games, and it hasn't been there. Another quick one is going to be Mikal Bridges. I think, the Knicks gave 5 first-round picks for him. He's just been bad, specifically over the last 10 games. He's only averaging 10 points per game. He's around 40% from the field, a little less than 30 from three. He hasn't been that extra, wing piece for them, contributing, lightening Brunson's load, lightening guys' load out there. He hasn't really found his niche, under,
I think for him it's aggressiveness. I don't think he's been aggressive as I would have expected him to be.
And I just think that when you pay that much for a guy, those 5 first-round picks, and you have such high expectations for the team. James Dolan and them are, they've been in multiple interviews throughout the course of the year saying that this is their year. They believe in this, that, and then you got a guy you paid, a hefty price for, not showing up on a consistent basis. At a time when when the playoffs are right around the corner, I think it's a huge red flag, and I think that it could ultimately be the demise of this team.
Respect. All right, well, we can leave it there for now. As always, man, thank all y'all for watching, man. It's been Hoops and Brews. Everybody tell everybody. I mean, I'm sure they know where they can find y'all at, but just if somebody out there that don't know, tell them where they can find y'all at.
You find me weekly at Voice of the Fans podcast, airs right here, HNB Media TV, Voice of the Fans on YouTube. On weekly Voice of the Fans podcast every Wednesday night. Hit me up. Come check me out. Yo, what about you, Joe? Where you at?
Instagram, Joel R. Wilson. On Twitter, @TheJolts. Thank y'all for tuning in. Another good episode. Nice talking hoops.
And as always, man, y'all can find me on Twitter, Instagram, all that at pavyworld. New music coming really, really soon. Look out for that. Go check out the rest of my stuff. Type in Pavy on any way you stream music. You'll find me there. And yeah, man, we'll talk later. Holla at y'all.
I'll let you say.